Fred Kerley. In second place in a personal best time of 9:87, Kenny Bednarek. And your Olympic trials champion in a time that tied his personal best of 9:83, Noah Lyles.
Quiet, clap now. Of course.
I'm just going to ask you guys to make sure you speak into the mics if you don't mind, please. Thank you. So Noah, you've been pretty vocal about your goal of 4 gold medals at Paris. How does winning these trials in a PB time set you up for your mission at the Olympics?
It's just more confidence all the way. Ran 85 in Jamaica, came out here, ran 83, tied my PR. You know, it's everything that I want moving forward.
Kenny, you've medaled at the Olympic Games and the World Championships in the 200 meters, but today you solidified yourself on one of the hardest teams to make in the 100 meters. Can you tell us about your journey in the 100 meters? And would you call yourself a 100 meter man now?
Yeah, I'll finally call myself a 100 meter man now. But I mean, I always knew I had this in me. It was just a matter of time and when I was going to make the team. The last few years I was dealing with stuff, but this year I was healthy, and I've always said that healthy me is the dangerous me. So, I've always stepped up to the table and happy to get a PR, but the sky's the limit. I got a lot left in the tank.
Fred, you were third in the 100 meters at the trials in 2021, and then you went on to win a silver in the games. Today, you ran a big season's best of 9:88 to again take third. What does that tell you about your preparation for these games, and what goals are you setting for yourself there?
It's go time. Hey, the season started today, so it's on and up, forward.
To all of you, you could hear a pin drop as you were settling in the blocks, and then the roar of the crowd was pretty deafening at the end of the race. Can you share with us what the atmosphere felt like for you in there tonight?
What's funny is, as we were getting in the blocks, I swore I could have heard someone yell at the top of their lungs, "Let's go, Noah! Let's go, Fred! Let's go, Kenny!" I'm like, oh wow, look at that. All the people that guy yelled for were all on the podium now. That's pretty crazy. But it was definitely electric. It was definitely responsive. I think they all just need a little bit of a jolt. Sometimes they get a little too into the vibe, but as soon as you pay attention to them and interact with them, they get really excited, and that's what I love to see.
You too?
Everything. No
Yeah, you
worries.
pretty much said everything. I mean, great fans, great atmosphere. It was electric, and I love coming here every single year. And I mean, we always hit fast times, and I mean that's Hayward magic.
All right, I think we're going to open it up to the crowd. Natalie has the mic. Just raise your hand and.
Anderson Armel, CITIUS MAG here. Question for Fred. So you've been on a journey this year. Sponsor changes, shoe changes, you're wearing Oakley now. I mean, can you tell us kind of the story of what you've been going through to get to this point here?
I've been sponsored by Oakley, so I'm just glad to be back and work forward.
Larry Eater with Run Blog Run for Kenny. Nice run for a Wisconsinite.
Thank you.
So what made the difference for you this season?
Just having fun and staying healthy. I mean, like I said before, I always knew I had this in me. But yeah, I'm just having a lot more fun this year and more technically sound this year, and that's made a big difference in my 100 meters.
For Noah. Noah, how close are you to feeling as confident in the 100 as you are in the 200 right now?
I'd say from this week, I'm pretty confident. Every time I did a block start, there wasn't a lot of thinking. It was kind of just doing. It was a lot closer to how I feel in the 200, which is what I've been waiting to feel for a very long time now. And every time that I get that feeling, it makes the race that much more confident.
Hi, Noah. What did Coach tell you before the final? Did he say anything to you at all?
Go out there and handle business. We do. Coach is a man of few words when it comes down to, the finals. I mean, we both know that if I do what I've been doing in practice, the race is going to take care of itself. And that's exactly what happened today.
Question for Kenny. So we saw your team sweep on the women's side in the 100. Did that give you motivation for you to come out here and get this PB?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I was so happy to see that. I mean, we known at practice that they all had it in them and they just got the job done. So just seeing that, I was happy for coach and them, and yeah, that definitely pumped me up for the next day.
A question for Fred. You changed coaches after last season. That's a big decision to make going into an Olympic year. Or right here, Fred. Why did you just choose to make that decision to change coaches, and how was the transition to a new training group this year?
That's a tough question, but I feel like everything come to an end and everything come to a beginning, and this was my beginning to the end, on to something upward for my next cycle, and that's 2024 and 2028 Olympics.
No, I saw you, your mom, your brother, pretty much your whole family hanging out with Snoop Dogg. what was that interaction like?
Snoop Dogg, he came down after the first round of the 100, because I knew that NBC was setting that up a while ago, and so I didn't know if I was going to be able to read him because I had to race. But it was pretty cool. He came over. He's a really humble guy. He's a really cool, really chill. I remember I asked him to do the walk-in with me, and he was like, for sure. And I was like, that's a bet. And then when we were in the car, I was like, hey man, you mind holding the briefcase? He's like, I got you. And I'm just like, wow, that's really cool to see somebody come out here, and be honest and be himself. And I'm like, I really respect that. Fred, what'd you say?
What was in the briefcase?
The bodysuit and the Yu-Gi-Oh card was in the briefcase. I'll have something different for the Olympics though.
Gordy, track all access. This is for all three of you guys. Team USA, 4x1. It's been a while since they took home gold in the Olympics. Is there anything the three of you are going to do strategically to make that change and actually bring home gold as a team?
All I can say is that we just need to keep things simple and we'll get the job done.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we had a great World Relays. We're faster now. I think that proves that if we keep it the same or as close as we can to the same, we're going to see great results.
This is your second Olympic team. Coach Robin spent some time talking about how frustrating. There we go. Sorry. This is your second Olympic team. Coach Brahman spent some time talking about what a frustrating year 2021 was.
Yeah.
How does this feel different to you? And I know it's only the first step, but contrast it.
It's a completely different year. I mean, one, I'm not impressed, so that helps. Two, I feel that I've built off such an amazing year. The sucky thing about COVID is that we all had to stop the progression that we had from the previous year, from 2019. And we basically, we're on a lot of dead time. We trained in parks, training at random tracks, and anywhere we could, garages. And now, coming off of 2023, I had a great year. And I built upon this year with the confidence to be able to keep going and saying, this is the blueprint was 2023, and now we're making it happen. This is basically the play, and the play is good right now.
Question for Noah, congratulations. When you win the triple at the World Championships last year, you're a big deal going to the Olympic year, obviously, and you're getting a lot more attention. This is an Olympic year. How do you manage that? Does it ever weigh on you as a burden or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd say in 2021 there was a lot more pressure just because of the depression and coming off. Usually I don't feel the pressure because I'm just having fun. All I gotta do is be me. I constantly tell kids all the time, be yourself. And if people see me as being corny, shoot, I'm corny. But guess what? I'm winning while being corny.
Hey Fred, Pat Graham, Associated Press over here, sorry about that. Hey, you and Noah had a lot of fun and joking around in Budapest about the rivalry in track. I guess, how important is it for track to have rivalries, and and just things like that, just maybe playful banter or whatever.
Competition is the best thing we do, so that's what we live for, is competition. So, like, rivalries is there, but competition is what we love the best.
It got to be nurtured right, I feel. I think I talked on it last year that sometimes rivalries can be the easy way out, and people will try to create a rivalry that's not really there. Sometimes it is really there, like Ingebrigtsen and Josh Kerr. It was 100% there. The disappointing thing was I felt on the other side when it came to telling the story of what was going on, and in the interviews and the press conference, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, you guys are here and you're acting like you never met each other before. So it was like, we got to find a better way to set that up. Other than that, I'd say let's not try to force it, but let's try to find it where it is natural, and give it as much spotlight as we can.
This is the last question.
Noah, so can you talk technical with us? Like, how did you feel technically about the race, coming off the semis and in the finals here? What was it technically?
Starting with the semis, I'd say each round I just gave more energy. The 60 meters, that was the goal. Win from the 60 meters each time. In each race, I felt that I was able to win from the 60-meter mark. That's why I did so many 60s indoor. I was preparing, getting faster and faster each time. So when I came out here, it was like, I'm one of the fastest in the field. I mean, there's only one other guy faster than me in the 60. I'm going to take care of business each time. So when I finally got to the finals, it's like, all right, we're not only going to win from the 60, we're going to keep going. Let's see what we do from that point. And every step I took, it felt correct, and I felt well in my positions. We got into the acceleration phase, my hips came through. I didn't feel like I had to press very hard. I felt like my knees were going straight into the track. They were directly underneath me, and every step I took felt more powerful than the last. So I'm like, I got this race. And I told myself I wasn't going to ease up at the end, but I definitely eased up just to do a celebration. So next time I run, no celebrations.
That's it.